I'm making this video for my Net 110 class. Okay, this is for Lab 6-1, and if you have a router or an all-in-one device at home, which is it's a router and a switch and also a wireless access point all rolled into one. But anyways, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at setting up a home, small office, home office router. And hopefully you can do this without knocking your whole family off the internet. Okay, so activity part 1, set up the router. Now your router's probably already working. I've got an all-in-one device sitting over here next to me that I just grabbed out of the classroom a few minutes ago. This one does not come with a setup CD. Well, it did originally, but the setup CD has long since been lost. Now, some devices, when you first get, like if you buy a new router from Walmart or Best Buy or something, it's going to come with documentation. It might come with a disk, or it'll come with, some other instructions for how to get this thing set up initially. Now, you're going to look and see there's ports on the back, like even this rinky-dink thing that I've got here. It's got 4 switched ports, just like this one does, and it's also got another port. In my case, mine is painted yellow, but it also says Ethernet. So that is the port that you're going to connect to your DSL modem or cable modem, or whatever, however you get out to the internet. Okay, and then these things typically will have like a recessed button here that you can use to reset it with. If you take like a, not a pen, but like a bent paper clip, and you can hold that button in and it'll reset the thing back to factory defaults, just in case, you set the password to something that you thought was going to be secure and then you forgot it. Which means that your password was very secure, but it was a little too secure in that case. All right, now most of these things, when you first set it up, it's going to have an address, probably a Class C private address in the 192.168 address space. Okay, so we're going to take a look and we're going to find out what is the name and IP address on our router. Okay, then we're going to take a look at our setup. Some of these devices come with a quick setup utility, and you can just basically tell it the basics and then you can get up and running very quickly with it. Let's see, turn on, off and back on so it syncs, and then we'll take a look at our security features. The IP address of the router on the ISP network. We'll take a look at all this. And connecting to your Wi-Fi network, well, we're actually going to do that. That's going to be one of the first things we do, because in order to connect and be able to see what our machine is doing, we're going to need to connect to the Wi-Fi. Okay, and we're just going to use the defaults that came with it. And where were we? Okay, set up the router, and this first little box here is what is the name and IP address. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so what we're going to have to do is click right here. Okay, now right now I'm connected to the Sandbox faculty, and so I'm going to disconnect from that. Okay, so I just lost my internet connection. And okay, my trend, connect. Okay, I'm going to click on connect automatically, and then I'm going to click on connect. Now, this thing is going to challenge me, or normally it would challenge me for a username, or I'm sorry, for a password. And the password on this one is 8100100141, and that's just what it is from the factory. So we can log on to this puppy with our default credentials. And okay, on the back of the device, it tells me if you want to manage this device, then you're going to need to go to TEW. Sorry, it doesn't include all this. What it says is HTTP:, because it's not secure, TEW JEW-810DR. And, okay, not secure. All right, now it's going to prompt me for a username and password. Now the username by default is admin, and then the password is, geez Louise. I had to write this down because it was very fine print. I needed a magnifying glass to even be able to read it. Hang on just a second, let me reach this. It starts with a C. It is CXY LJ93. And in just a second, okay, fantabulous. All right, now see right here where it says this thing has an internet connection. The reason it has an internet connection is because I took a cable and I plugged the Ethernet port into the school's Ethernet. So it was able to get an address from our DHCP server, and so now it is connected. Okay, and the only device that's connected to it right now is JL's computer. That would be my test machine that's here in my office. All right, so what I want to do is take a look and see. It was asking me what was the question again? Okay, what is the name and IP address of your router? Okay, well, the name of my router is the name of my router is TrendNet 810_2.4 yada yada yada. Okay, so that's my SSID. Also the name of my router. And what is my IP address? Okay, well, the IP address that I've been assigned by DHCP is 10.255.85.10. So let's see. I'm just going to copy this if I can. Maybe I can't. Let's try it again. Copy. Control V. Okay, there it is. Okay, and then my IP address. That's the name of my router. And my IP address was let's see, 10.255.85, oops, 10.255.85.19. I'm having all kinds of fun with this thing. Control V again. Okay, so that's my router's name and address eventually. Okay, now in my case, there was no quick okay. What did you name your wireless network? Well, I haven't given it a name, but I can if I want to. If we look under basic setup, then you can take a look at this. Okay, so you've got two different bands. The first one is wireless 2.4 gigahertz, and so we can change the name of this if we want to. I'm going to say 2.4 gigahertz underscore JL's office. Okay, that should work just fine. And then this one is 5 gigahertz. JL's office. All right, now I will apply that. What was the other thing it wanted? Let's see, changed. And what password do we want to give our wireless network? Well, we can change that in our security settings. Down here at the bottom, hang on just a second. We're gonna apply this change. Okay, so we're going to change the name of our network. Oh, I hadn't thought about this. Whenever we change because we're connected wirelessly, when we change the name of our wireless network, then we're probably going to have to reconnect. Okay, and the password is still the same as it was before, 8100-100-1041. Okay. Okay, basic, wireless settings. Okay, right here goes our password. So we can change this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. I don't know if it's going to let me do this or not. I'm just going to change this to 8100 so that I don't have to type in so much stuff. Okay, and we'll apply that. Uh-oh, needs at least 8 characters. Okay, 8100, 8100. How's that? And I guess it's going to make me sign in again. Okay, now the password has changed, so it should challenge us again. Okay, see, here we go. And hopefully I don't mess this up and have to go and reset the router. Okay, good, we're back in. All right, fantastic. Okay. What security features does this thing have? Well, our security is WPA2 PSK. We also have wired equivalents, just plain WPA, pre-shared key, and we have pre-shared key mixed also, which would probably be fine. Okay, let's see. What is the okay. What security features does it have? Well, changeable password. And we can also see this right here. See where it says broadcast network name SSID? We can disable that if we want to. If we click on disable, then when somebody looks for our device, they won't be able to see it. The only way they'll be able to connect to it is if they know the full name of it that they can type in. So, let's see, disable SSID broadcast. And then we have radius or enterprise security. local security. Okay, what is the IP address of the router on the ISP network? Well, we just told them that a few minutes ago. Our address is 10.255.85.19. Why is it necessary for the router to have two IP addresses? Well, okay, the IP address that we're using for our LAN is 192.168.10.1. That might have been what they were asking up here. 192.168. Okay. Okay, one address. One address on the LAN, one for the outside. And every device that you connect to this router, whenever it goes out on the internet, everybody on the internet is going to think that all the devices in your house have this same address, 10.255.85.19. So what happens is NAT will take all the IP addresses that are internal, which are all going to be on the 192.168.10 network, and it's going to translate those and give the devices and processes a different IP address to the outside world. Excuse me. Okay, what's the next thing on our list? And whoever did this must this is the exact same printer I have at my house, HP Envy. Okay, let's see. Check your sharing options. Scroll to the bottom of the network and internet window. Click Advanced Network Settings. What settings did you choose? Okay, Advanced Network Settings and then Advanced Sharing Settings. Okay, so public folder sharing is off. File sharing using 128-bit encryption. Public sharing off. Password protected. Okay, now they want us to check the speed of our Wi-Fi connection. So we're going to click on it and Wi-Fi settings. Okay, TrendNet properties, and let's see. We are currently connected at 144 megabit per second. (144 megabit per second). It's between okay. All right, use your browser to make sure you really are connected. Okay. Okay, well, we're there, dude. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to speedtest.net. All right, well, we're supposed to be connected at 144 megabit per second. It looks like that our connection's not quite reaching that. Our upload speed. Upload and download should be about the same on this connection because we have a synchronous connection here, which means upload and download are relatively even. Okay, cancel. I don't want to close that whole thing. Okay. All right, well, hopefully that's helped a little bit with you guys being able to access some of the information on your wireless router. And yeah, I'm going to clean this video up a little bit and then post it. All right, so have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.